Hi, everyone. Molly Whitehead with the Boone County Economic Development Corporation. I'm joined today by Lebanon Mayor Matt Gentry. Thanks so much for coming today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Molly.
Hey, so today we're talking just small business in Lebanon, small business and entrepreneurship. And so we're just fresh off the news that the Lebanon City Council has appropriated $50,000 to the Boone County Economic Relief Fund for small businesses. And just wanted to talk to you a little bit about why that was important to you and to City Council and the city to do that.
Sure. Unfortunately, this COVID-19 situation is frankly a once in a lifetime event, so not something we've ever experienced before. So we wanted to do something from a local level, find a way to step in to support our small businesses. Small businesses are such an important part of our community ecosystem. We wanted to find a way to come alongside them. I know there's been support from the federal level, but not every small business is able to participate in that. So we wanted to try to do something locally to fill that gap and come alongside them to support them through these challenging times.
So how does an investment like this impact the greater community, greater Boone County community?
I mentioned earlier, small businesses are part of our community ecosystem, right? And, in order to create a thriving and active and vibrant community, you need to have, local retail options, you need to have local dining options. So, those businesses help support our larger businesses out in our business park, right? So, it's a hand in glove type situation that we want to make sure we're supporting our small businesses to also support our large businesses. We want to make Lebanon a great place to live, raise a family. And so those are all, small businesses help form that ecosystem that makes Lebanon attractive. So that's why we wanted to make sure we could help them.
Well, and I think that's a good point that, I think during this time we focused on maybe restaurants and retail for small businesses because maybe they have seen the immediate impact of having to shut down or drastically alter operations. But those aren't the only small businesses that are out there. There are small businesses, to your point, that support our vendors of larger companies out in the business park. And so that's something for just us to keep in mind. And also for that small business fund, that's a potential use for those funds as well.
Right. Yeah. There's businesses that, of course, that the general public interacts with on a daily basis, whether those are the shops or the restaurants. But there are also a lot of other small businesses in town that you may not know about because they're a very specialized, focused area. And they can be impacted by this as well, too. So, the public is, of course, very aware of the restaurants and the shops being impacted directly. But other companies have, too. So we really wanted to make sure we could support them.
Yeah. Well, talk about the Heart of Lebanon a little bit has taken a slightly different approach during this time. Tell us a little bit about the Heart of Lebanon's focus area and maybe what they're doing a little bit differently than this particular fund.
Sure. So the Heart of Lebanon, of course, has always been an advocate for our downtown of our community. I've been a big advocate of what a strong downtown can do for our community and how that kind of ripples out and strengthens our entire community. So really, the Heart of Lebanon has been their advocate. Really, it's kind of taken quite a few steps forward as an organization now. And they're actually really now able to partner very closely with the businesses. Some people say it's just an event planning committee. That's really not the goal of the Heart of Lebanon. The events, of course, drive traffic to our downtown businesses, right? So the goal is to try to create a thriving and active downtown. And of course, they're flexible too. So in this challenging time, they've really shifted to more of a business advocate, right? And working with the businesses one-on-one, or what challenges are they having? What are their needs? Are there connections that we can make for them, or work with them to help find potential new avenues of revenue and things like that. So really the Heart of Lebanon is just focused to support our downtown vendors because we believe the downtown is crucial to our future.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my daughter's still talking about the cookie walk they did back in February. So she'd like another
Great. Awesome.
when we're ready. But yeah, we've seen the Heart of Lebanon do some unique things. They've put together business packages during this time where the downtown business owners have banded together and they do giveaways through social media and things like that. So those efforts, I think, are a direct complement to the work that we're doing at the city and the Boone EDC level too.
For sure.
Let's talk a little bit about the downtown, revitalization. That project is pretty much complete at this point.
We say 99.5% complete. Yeah.
Almost there. Probably we're ready to
lampposts. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. But but there are some businesses that are still moving forward. We have the Jackson group that they're renovating well, now the Jackson building on the square. Some other companies that are looking to locate in the downtown area. Post COVID, though, how would you envision the downtown changes at all? Does the focus change? Is it going to be tougher to attract new businesses? What do you think?
That's a great question. I think we're all kind of trying to figure out what's the new normal for, what happens after the situation. I know one of the first things I'll do with my family once this is over is go out to eat, right? And I think hopefully it allows us to kind of really think about and enjoy the opportunities we have to spend with our time with family and friends. Frankly, I don't think it's going to change too much. I think we're going to be kind of more, hygiene aware
Mhm.
and kind of more kind of aware of those situations, but people are still going to have a need for human connection. People are still going to want a need to go out and enjoy a night on the town, things like that. So I don't think frankly it's going to change the uses of the downtown. There may be some changes of the types of businesses and things like that, as it kind of reacts to the economy. But the downtown is a living and breathing organism, right? It's not something. When we did the downtown plan, it wasn't to design the downtown to best support the current businesses that are down there. It's designed to support the best future for Lebanon, and what's a stable future. And those are and the companies may come and go, but the infrastructure is in place to really kind of support whoever wants to be down there and what makes sense for their business. So that's really what we're trying to do. So I frankly think investing in a quality of place, investing in a place where people can come together, is still going to be valuable and still going to be part of a huge benefit to our community in the future.
Yeah, I think those are the things that we have missed. Like it's been great.
Absolutely.
It's been great to have time with our family, but we've missed that human interaction.
Yep.
Even someone like me who's not a big extrovert, um, it's it is nice to be able to go out and to see people and talk to them, and I think people will very much be desiring that in the future.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what you have until you miss it, right? And I think that's been great about I think when communities can come together with those events and things like that, you can see your neighbors. It may not feel like a really big thing in the moment, right? But when you don't have it, right, you definitely feel that absence, right? So it's a human connection, right? It's something that humans are kind of just hardwired to, that we want to be in groups. And I think as the downtown progresses and changes, it's going to be adapting kind of with it, right? And I still think that it's a great platform and it's a great space just to come together as a community and support our businesses, but then also support human interaction as well.
Very good. All right, Mayor, thank you. I appreciate
All
it.
right. Thanks, Molly.